Hello everyone, welcome to another video tips and tricks. Today I'm going to cover half moon. I'm going to share with you some of my tips to make me feel stronger and more balanced in half moon. So we have a block here. I definitely recommend that you practice Warrior One with a block or with the support of the wall or a chair or the sofa, anything that can allow you that time in the pose for you to feel into the pose. We're going to place the block on the floor, but you can also have like maybe the back of a chair here or the sofa, or even be supported by a wall. First thing we're going to do, we're going to face the sofa or whatever, the block, whatever is your support. And we're going to reach. And we're going to first bring our hands into the support. So let's say the left hand into the support, whatever you choose as your support. Now we're going to reach the right leg up. And let's first engage into that right leg. So no dead bodies here, because a dead body is a heavy body and doesn't really respond to what you want it to do. So you want to have an active body. So when the leg rises up, rises active, so your toes are flexed, you can reach out through the heel, or you can point the toes, whatever you feel like works better for you. Your glutes is engaged, lifting the leg. Your thigh is engaged because you're having to activate into the foot, which engages into the muscles of the leg. Now from here, you're going to open the hips, and at the same time you're doing this opening of the hips, you might have to adjust the hand to give you the space to open, and you might need to adjust the lower foot. Turn the foot a little bit into the corner of the room to allow you to open the hip. Release down. Let's go on to the other side. Let's face the block. Let's bring our right hand onto the block, because we're going to lift the left leg. Active leg, lifting the leg, actively engaging into your glutes and into your foot. And if you're like me, losing balance already, just adjust the position of your hand. Now from here, you're going to open the hips to the side, and you might need to adjust the position of the hand or the block, and you might need to adjust a little bit into the foot to allow the opening of the hip. Now, the position of the foot on the floor, it's okay to be a little bit turned to the side so that you can experience the opening of the hips and more balance in the pose. What happens, and I'll show you in my case, what happens if I want to open the hip and I don't do a slight turning of the foot, I get really stuck in here. And then I start to compromise on balance, then I start to compromise on other areas. So I find, well, in my practice, what I've done is, for many years, I've practiced with the foot a little bit more turned to the side to allow me to open into the hip, expand the chest, lengthen the spine. And with the time, I have been able, as my body has opened up with the time, I have been able to keep my foot in line, pointing forward, and open the hips, chest, and so on. So my tip for today is that foot on the floor, it's okay to be a little bit turned. Doesn't have to be strictly straight. And then you build the pose as you move deeper into your practice and you're starting to open more into your hips, into other parts of the body, then that foot becomes a little bit more aligned. Let's do the other side. One of the things that sometimes it is common is not to use any support and just have the hands on the floor, the hand on the floor and lifting the hips high. You know, this is not bad, but in fact we are compromising the length of the spine just to reach the hand down to the floor. Am I getting more of a hip opening here? No, I'm not actually. Sometimes the block is there to make our pose deeper, more grounded, more safer, and more balanced. So if you're used to just have your hand on the floor, maybe try with a block. When we have our hand a little bit raised up, you see the position of my spine is long all the way from the tailbone, mid back, upper back, out through the crown of the head. If I bring my hand to the floor, I'm curving, and it's more difficult to open the chest and keep that opening and lengthening of the spine. Okay. Hope you enjoy this tip. Have a good practice. Namaste.